It is the end of my first month of my no-buy year. If you want to hear how my month went, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am definitely ready to report on my first month of this 2022 no-buy. And my no-buy rules are basically based on need as opposed to absolutely buying nothing throughout the year. So if it's a replacement or a need that must be fulfilled within the year, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to be pretty restrictive. So the first one, and you'll see that it's cut here, it was a replacement battery for my scale, my bathroom scale. It lasted for years without needing a replacement battery. And of course I start this project and boom, I need a battery. It was virtually the same amount of money to get 4 as it was to get a package of 2. So I did end up getting 4 because these batteries, which are the CR2032 lithium battery 3 volt, is a pretty standard type of battery for a number of products and devices. So I am quite sure that I will end up using them without any problem. And it just made economic sense. So that's the one that I went with. And we're talking just a few dollars. What are we talking about here? I have the number here. $6.70 Canadian. I didn't exactly break the bank. So I'm happy with that. And in my opinion, yes, a need, not a want. I don't want to be having my body weight creep up by 5 or 6 kilograms a year because I didn't buy a set of batteries for $6.70. So that's my first one, and I have 0 problem justifying it. And the next one, I am the same. I have no problem justifying my purchase of 1,700 Q-tips. I did not realize that it was going to come in 3 packages. It was just a number that was on Amazon Canada, and it came and it was 3 packages. Now, if I'd known it was 3 packages, I think that it's kind of weird. I thought it was 1 box of 1,700, but is it really that big of a deal? Not really. Oh, it's not quite. Oh. My Q-tip box went flying. It's not 1,700. I'm wrong. It is 2 sets of 500, so 1,000 plus 170. So it's 1,170, not 1,700. So it's less than I thought, which is feels more manageable. I do like the fact that there is a smaller box in here. It was not intentional to get 3 boxes, as I said earlier, but it's not exactly a big expense at $9.97. I think that makes sense, and I'm good for a while. I was completely out of this type of Q-tip. The only Q-tips I had left were makeup Q-tips, and makeup Q-tips are more expensive and they have a very pointy end to get into the corner of the eye. I did not want to waste those Q-tips, which are about 3 times the money, because I didn't have the standard ones. So I did go for the standard ones, considering, in my opinion, that they are 2 different products. I shared a few empties in my empties video that I needed to replenish. One of them is this strengthening nail polish remover from Quo, and I do still have nail polish remover. It's like the sponge in the container that you swirl your finger around. I am going to see if I can give the 2 that I have to a friend, because it does not work on at least my hands to remove nail polish. So I'll hand it over to someone else who I know is a nail polish enthusiast and see if it works for her. And if not, it's going in the garbage, because that other product just doesn't work. So I went and got this one because essentially, in my opinion, I need to discard the other stuff. I should show it to you. But this is what I chose to repurchase. And if you saw my empties, you know that the other bottle was completely empty. So this was definitely a required replacement. And I don't have the price for it, but I'm pretty sure it was $5.99 at most. That would be at most what I paid for it, plus tax. So not a huge purchase, but it's still an expense. Another beauty product that I have mentioned as well in my empties was this Rita Hazen stick for root touch-up. And I am still working on a little container, which I have right here. Hang on. This is all I have left of the other stick, and it's barely going to last me a week, possibly 10 days. Until my next hair appointment. I have 1 week until my next hair appointment, and I'm using a lot right now. I have a ton of root to cover up on the periphery of my face and where I part my hair on the top. And this is an absolute must in order to get to my next appointment, which was pushed off by an extra week. And when I heard it was going to be pushed off an extra week, I didn't wait until I ran out of this. As soon as I heard that, I went and purchased my next one, knowing that I was running out. And this is my third one. So I know I like the product and I know I will use it fully. And it is for hair and brow. And for the brow, it also comes with a little spoolie. Don't know if you can see that. So it comes with a spoolie as well. So it's quite versatile product for my purposes, and given that I've just about completely used a second one, I know that this is a product I will use throughout 2022. And if you're curious, I think I mentioned it, but I'll say it again, light brown is the color that I use. And I've turned a girlfriend of mine onto this product, and she quite enjoys it as well. It's about $31 Canadian. Let me just give you the price. Yeah, $31 Canadian plus tax. And I think it's worth every penny. Each one of these lasts me about a year. And it enables me to lengthen the duration between my hair appointments. And so it's, to me, a really worthwhile investment because it saves me a whole whack of money for coloring at the hairdressers. So I think it's a good purchase, and I think I will continue to do that as long as I continue to dye my hair. The next product is a little bit borderline because it's technically a business-related product, but I did want to mention it because I have personal expenses and I have business expenses, but let's face it, it all, at the end of the day, is all money, and I did want to mention this. This is a resource that I have been concerned about not having for quite a while, and I was able to find it as a used book in excellent condition, and it will inform my kinesiology practice throughout 2022 and many years beyond, based on the fact that I have the first book called Supple Leopard from the same author. This is a book authored by Kelly Starrett, and a lot of my work has to do with dealing with difficulty with mobility and pain from sedentary behaviors and brought about by the office and other styles of sedentary behavior and repetitive positioning behavior. So I was able to get this book, Deskbound. I have the price here. It was $33.82 as a total with tax, and it's usually $43, so about $9 better off by having had it. And like I said, I was able to find it used, and it is in, I would say, very, very good condition. Not pristine, but very, very good condition. And it is an absolute reference book for work that will go on as a business expense, but like I said, it's separate, but somewhat related because it's still money that is not coming to me because it needed to be spent on something. So I have no regrets about it, but I did want to mention it. Even though it's business, I still think that it's worth a mention because of the struggle with just an overall view of how we spend money and how the buckets play, right, as far as the categories of expenses. So again, not a huge expense at around $34 Canadian, but I definitely thought about it quite a while before pulling the plug, and I definitely could have. It was in my basket before the end of the year. I could definitely have purchased it last year, but I think that purchasing it just because there's a deadline of a no buy, I don't think that was a good idea. I took the time to think about it, and did finally decide I did not want to wait a year for this important resource. Okay, enough on that, but if you have tools that you need for your trade, your profession, I think you know where the struggle is to make sure that you have access to the information you need to do your job well. So, yeah, that's it. Now this next one is the one that is, if anything, problematic. And I'm not sure that I'm okay with it, but I did do it. And it is the purchase of seat covers for my bar stools that are on along the kitchen counter. Let me explain what this is. I have been really embarrassed by the seat cushions of my bar stools around the kitchen table. And they are all stained and dirty, in part because of what my ex-partner did for a living. It made clothing very dirty, and sitting with work pants on the bar stools ended up turning all of the seats, staining all of the seats as just a practical it's not a practical problem, but just an issue of daily living. And so the seats on these bar stools have been less than desirable for a number of years, and it's embarrassing to me. And I thought of recovering those bar stools, and I could not in any way, shape, or form justify that cost. But when I found that I could get 6 seat covers, black jacquard seat covers, and could cover them, 3 on and 3 that could be in the wash, so a 6 total, that I had a solution. And part of the reason why it was so important to me to find a solution for those bar stools is that I am not on a no-buy. I'm not going to go and eat out. If I'm going to eat with friends and family, it's going to be at their place or mine. And I could not see myself mooching off people, eating only out of my home to see people. And so this purchase, like I said, is the one that I'm struggling with the most. And you could say, well, it's your own hang-up that you're embarrassed by these bar stool seats, the seated padding. The reality is I wouldn't have people over. I wouldn't. So it was do this or not have people over for the year and not go out to a restaurant. So if you're going to chastise me in the comments, I understand. I thought about it when I received them, if I was going to return them, and I thought, no. So the total for those seat covers was $52.63 for 6, which turned out to be pretty darned inexpensive, less than $10 a piece for covering 3 bar stools with 3 to spare for, like I said, for laundering, putting in the laundry, the ones that have been, you know, used and need to be refreshed through a wash. And now I don't even think about the issue of having a few people over for a meal and not, you know, staring at these bar stools that are less than desirable to sit on. So yeah, so to recap, I needed a battery, got that, a nail polish remover bottle, some Q-tips, my root touch-up, and seat covers, and the book for my work. I think that that's everything that I purchased. I can't think of anything else. The only thing that I want to mention, which is to me so ironic, is that I got a snide remark, and I say snide remark, and I mean no disrespect to the person who made it, saying, oh yeah, you're going on a no-buy, but you're getting all this PR. And I responded, I've never received PR. The only PR I received ever was a contest that I entered on Instagram where there was a possibility of winning a PR kit from Urban Decay. But that was just throwing my hat in the ring along with everyone else, not because I'm a YouTuber, and I ended up winning it. That's the only PR I've ever received, frankly. So it was kind of funny when I got that comment because I was going, yeah, I'm too small of a YouTuber to get PR. And within a week, karma, within a week, I ended up getting PR. And so I did not spend any money on this. This is PR that came to me on this channel. I'm just going to show you the box. I did not spend any money for these products. They did come to me in the mail after I selected them and talked to the brand. And I will be showing these on the channel. I will mention it in the video, the dedicated video that I'm going to have regarding these products. But no, not a penny came out of my wallet to get these products. So you're going to see new makeup on this channel from Merit Beauty, but I did not spend any money on makeup from this brand, nor makeup overall in this past month. I'm at the end of all this, when I look back on January, I'm not super happy with what I've done. I'll put the total of everything I showed you, not the Merit Beauty makeup because I didn't buy that. I'll just put the total on the screen for everything I showed you. A lot of them were needs, like I think the battery was a reasonable thing. The nail polish remover, I do nail polish videos, that was reasonable. Q-tips, yes, necessity. The Rita Hazen root touch-up, saving me a lot of money, absolute necessity. I'm not interested in going gray right away. The seat covers, that's questionable. And the Deskbound book for work, I just can't feel bad about it. I need it to help people. I think that's a pretty reasonable situation, frankly. So that's it. Let me know what you think. It feels almost like a low buy month, but yeah, let me know what you think. I consider majority of these to be replacement purchases. I'm going to say I have one shame purchase because of the bar stools. Yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think. With that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, Take care.